Ons volgende gas in die ateljee. Good morning, Percy. Maimela.
Morning.
You're a morning person? No. No artist.
Not really.
So, first of all, you're a painter, you're an artist, you from Pretoria, but let's start, just to get to know each other a bit more. Where did you grow up here in Pretoria?
I grew up in Winterveld, just north of Pretoria, way far north, next to Soshanguve.
Okay.
Yes.
And a happy childhood?
Yes, I had a very happy childhood. Grew up with grandpa and a lot of siblings, cousins, yes.
Mm. And then at what age did you realize, listen, I've got some talent to draw, pictures and paintings?
Okay, on the early ages, we used to sketch all those stickmans and all those one-sided person and one-sided car. On the third grade, my car had like two sides now. Then it could be.
So it's like two-dimensional.
Yeah, it was already getting two-dimensional on grade 3.
Yes.
And then by grade 6, I was way out of the league. So my peers wouldn't draw with me. Some would even quit drawing if ever they were drawing, if they meet me.
You see, but that's the thing, because your talent's like someone else sings, and everyone knows, listen, this guy's got a voice. So they saw you and realized, you can do pictures.
Yes.
And with faces, when did that start? That you started experimenting, drawing faces?
Faces is what was later after matric, I think. Okay, before matric, I could draw faces, but it didn't advance more because I was doing math and science. I didn't focus more on drawing. But after I matriculated 2005, then I focused more on sketching and.
But how difficult is it to decide with what you're going to do the sketches? You're going to go oil painting, or you're going to use pencil. Was it a difficult decision, or are you still experimenting with different?
The thing is, material doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how you visualize it in your mind before you can sketch it. So, if I can see your face now and I can visualize it in color, then I can do it in paint. I can do it in pencils, color pencils. If I like it in black and white, then I can also do it in black and white. But as long as I've seen the picture in my mind and I've actualized it in my brain, then it's easier.
It's there.
Yeah.
And we're showing some of your pictures on the screen now, and I want to show the sketch next to me that you did with a pencil, because people go like, no, but it looks different. Just look at this Madiba picture, and our listeners can't see it, but it is immaculate to do this. It looks like a photograph. It is so good. And that's just a pencil.
Yeah, that's pencil and charcoal.
Yeah. And then what we showed on TV, you use a salt, and it's normal table salt. It's no funny salt. But you do a painting like on a sidewalk.
Actually, it's not just salt. Like,
how does it work?
Any powdered material is, for me, it's color. And then if I find a darker ground and it gives me that black and white or grayish color, so I can scale through the black and white, and then So let's just say it started. I used to work as a merchandiser at a store, and then because I couldn't take my material to work, I couldn't sketch it when I had to work. So I was one day finished working, and then I was just roaming around the store. And then when I got to the storeroom, I just saw the salt spilled, and then this idea came. So if that salt is white and then the ground is grayish or black, then it's the same medium as the paper. The paper is white and then the pencil is black. So that's just mixing the colors, and then So,
but is it like salt on like the sidewalk? If the wind comes up, it blows it away.
Yes, it so actually. I have to sweep the floor after I finished.
Yeah, but it's like what do you call it? I know Stradum van der Merwe is also doing it. It's like outside art.
Yeah, it's an exhibition.
It's an exhibition.
Yes, you have to see me do it and experience the feeling that time.
Sure, that must be amazing.
So, is this your full-time work now?
Yeah,
doing art.
Yes.
When did you leave your old job?
January this year. I have resigned and then focused more on doing art as full-time.
Sure. And then if you want to do a big work, because it's outside,
Yes.
What's the biggest thing that you want to do? Meters by meters. You do these faces. We've seen, again, our listeners can't see it, but it's massive. Some of those like salt paintings are more than 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. Is it difficult with the salt because of like the wind, the wet, you know? But,
yeah, outside is difficult.
But inside, how big do you want to do something, you think?
What I've done so far is quite small because I haven't reached that. If I would find like a big wall, I can just play around with salt.
And
it's sorry for cutting
Yeah,
you. It is with salt. It takes quite a small amount of time than with pencil and paints. Yeah. So I just pour around the salt, and then it's easier that way. So I can finish a bigger drawing within 4 hours.
Sure, and that's the thing. I've been at a lot of corporate functions, and they get guys with the spray painting, doing spray painting. But I mean, this is perfect, something different to get you for corporates. And while the function starts, you start with your salt in the foyer. Takes you 2 hours, you're finished. You know.
When they take a lunch break, you're done.
Yeah,
or halfway.
Or if the food served, they can just come get salt at your at your painting. Percy, your work. Do you sell them? Can people buy your works like this pencil, like this Madiba painting?
I normally do commissions for clients. But if I've done something they like and then they want to buy it, then I can also sell.
And how much will you sell that for?
That would be, without a frame, that would be 700.
700.
Yes.
Sure. But it's beautiful. Do you think children get enough exposure to art? If we think upliftment, if we think schools.
Not really. It's quite difficult to get. Like most people don't understand art, so if you take it as a hobby, then yeah, you can just play around doing it. But then if you focus on it and saying that you wanna do art as a career, then you get very too much negativity outside there. But then children do art, but they can't focus on being an artist because their parents they don't.
You think where's your future going to be? There's no security. I think they're scared of.
There's no security. Yeah. Totally.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, probably have a gallery. Probably teaching people art, and if I get to where I want, actually, when I get to where I want to get, I would like to teach people how to. I mean, the business side of art. We can also. There's too many people who do art, but then they lacking the business side of it. So I'm also struggling to get that side, but I'm fighting to, like, I'm thinking, I'm seeing the future. So.
But it's quite interesting as well. I mean, your whole face lit up when I ask you where you see yourself in 10 years. There's immediately you're positive, you're optimistic. You can see you want to teach. You know, if you're looking for inspiration, because we're also asking people what music they listen to for inspiration today, for our listeners and our viewers. What inspires you, or who inspires you?
What inspires me is most of the time, like the stories around me, people around me. If you have something that needs to be portrayed in an art way, and then I feel like I can do that, then I get inspired to do that. And then if I have my story to tell, I get inspired to do that. If I meet a grandpa or grandmother who's got like wrinkly faces, the details they attract me. Like those small details, like in life, they do grasp my attention, and then that's what motivates me most of the time.
But it's still, I mean, we showed now this picture, and it looks exactly like a photo.
Yes, and that's with salt.
And it's just amazing. And this is your self-portrait.
Yeah, that's.
And I saw this on your website or on the internet. I saw it as well. It says me. You know, and I think that's the most important thing, is to get your own voice. But we need to go, Percy. I would love to see your work, the rest of the work, and I think even if corporate people are listening, doing functions, they must book you. So you can do that salt exhibition, because it's amazing what you do. So thank you for the time. Thank you for visiting us.
Thanks.
Ja, you're an inspiration. Sure.
Appreciate it.
So ek gaan nou 'n bietjie ophou sout eet en ook begin skilder met sout. Maar jy kan ingeskakel bly vir jou nuushooftrekke.